Hello everyone, and welcome. In this video, we'll be diving into the world of Power BI, focusing specifically on one of the most important concepts, paginated reports. This session is brought to you by ZoomInData, your space for learning business intelligence and data analytics. So, let's get started and understand how Power BI connects to different data sources and why this process is so essential in today's data-driven world. First question: what are paginated reports, and how are they different from standard Power BI reports? Paginated reports are designed for highly formatted, printable, page-based reports that scale across multiple pages, similar to traditional SSRS reports. They use fixed layouts with exact positioning of elements, making them ideal for invoices, financial statements, and operational documents. Standard Power BI reports are interactive and visually rich dashboards optimized for on-screen analytics rather than printing. Paginated reports rely on Report Builder and RDL files, whereas Power BI reports rely on Power BI Desktop and PBIX files. Second question: explain Pixel Perfect reporting and its importance. Pixel Perfect reporting ensures that every component in the report, text, tables, images, borders, is placed with exact precision. It is important when generating documents that require strict alignment and professional formatting, such as legal forms or financial statements. The layout remains consistent regardless of the device or export format, ensuring accurate printing across multiple pages. This level of control is necessary for regulatory, compliance, and operational reporting, where formatting cannot be compromised. Third question: how do report parameters differ from query parameters? Report parameters are user-facing filters that allow users to interact with the report by selecting values dynamically. Query parameters are used inside the dataset query, e.g., SQL, which filters data before it is loaded into the report. Report parameters can exist without affecting the query, while query parameters directly modify the dataset retrieval logic. Query parameters often depend on report parameters, but they serve different roles in the report design pipeline. Fourth question: what is a tablix, and what are its types? A tablix is the core data region in paginated reports that combines table and matrix functionalities for displaying structured data. It allows the creation of tables, matrices, and lists, giving flexibility to design detailed or summarized reports. The types include table, row-based, matrix, pivot style, and list, free-form, layouts. It supports grouping, sorting, filtering, and nested structures, making it highly customizable for different reporting needs. Fifth question: how does pagination work, and why is it important for large reports? Pagination automatically splits content into multiple pages based on layout, page size, and content overflow. It ensures that large datasets remain well organized and easy to navigate, especially when exporting or printing. Pagination improves performance by loading only the current page instead of rendering the entire dataset at once. It is essential for producing export-ready documents such as PDFs, where page accuracy matters. Sixth question: what are shared datasets and shared data sources, and why are they useful? Shared datasets are reusable datasets stored on the Power BI service that can be used across multiple paginated reports. Shared data sources provide a centralized connection to databases, ensuring consistent access credentials and configurations. They help maintain standardization and consistency across reports by reducing duplicate connections or repeated queries. They also enable better governance and easier updates, since changes to the shared source apply to all dependent reports. 7th question. Explain subreports and drill-through reports. When would you use them? A subreport is a report embedded within another report, useful for displaying related but separate data sections. Drill-through reports allow users to click on a value in the main report and open a more detailed report filtered for that value. Subreports are ideal for combining multiple datasets or report formats into a single output, such as invoices with detailed product lines. Drill-through reports are best used when providing interactive navigation from summary to detailed views. 8th question. How do you implement row-level security, RLS, in paginated reports? RLS is implemented by using Power BI datasets that already contain RLS rules, and paginated reports inherit those rules automatically. If connected to SQL or another source, RLS can be implemented using database-side security, such as views or stored procedures. User identity is passed through the Power BI service using effective identity, ensuring secure access control. Implementing RLS ensures that each user views only the data they are authorized to see, maintaining compliance and data privacy. 9th question. What are expressions in paginated reports, and how are they used for dynamic formatting and visibility? Expressions are code snippets written in VB.NET that dynamically control formatting, data presentation, and visibility. They are used to calculate values, apply conditional formatting, e.g., highlight negative numbers, or format text dynamically. Expressions can also hide or show sections of the report based on parameters or conditions. They enable advanced customizations that go beyond static layouts, allowing fully dynamic report behavior. 10th question. What are the limitations of paginated reports compared to standard Power BI reports? Paginated reports are less interactive and do not support modern visuals, tooltips, bookmarks, or cross-filtering. They cannot be created in Power BI Desktop and require Power BI Report Builder, which has a steeper learning curve. They are not ideal for exploratory or visual analytics, and users cannot interact with charts as in Power BI Desktop. Paginated reports rely heavily on structured data and predefined layout, limiting flexibility for ad hoc analysis. 11th question. How do you create a parameterized report that allows dynamic filtering by multiple fields, e.g., year, region, product? You start by creating report parameters, year, region, product, in Report Builder and configuring their data types, available values, and default values. Each parameter is linked to a dataset query by referencing it using placeholders such as at year or at region inside the SQL query. You then update your main dataset to filter data based on the selected parameters, ensuring that users can dynamically change the report output. The final step is adding the parameters to the report layout so that users see them in the parameter pane during report execution. 12th question. Demonstrate creating a drill-through report from a summary page to a detailed page. Begin by designing a detailed report that expects a parameter such as customer ID or product ID to filter the data. In the summary report, right-click the relevant text box or value and configure a drill-through action. Select the target detailed report and map the summary field, example product ID, to the required parameter. When the user clicks the value in the summary report, they are taken directly to the detailed report filtered for that specific element. 13th question. How do you implement cascading parameters in a paginated report? Create two parameters, such as country and state, where the second parameter's available values depend on the first. Build separate datasets for both parameters, using the first parameter as a filter in the second dataset's query. Set the second parameter's dataset as available values, and ensure it uses the first parameter to populate filtered results. This approach ensures that when the user selects a country, only states belonging to that country appear in the second dropdown. 14th question. How would you optimize a paginated report for a very large dataset? Use query folding and server-side filtering to reduce the amount of data being loaded by applying where clauses and returning only required rows. Avoid using complex expressions or nested aggregations inside the report. Instead, compute them in the SQL query or stored procedure. Enable paging efficiently by limiting the dataset size and ensuring that only the data needed for visible pages is processed. Reduce layout complexity by minimizing images, nested tablix structures, or excessive formatting that slows down rendering. 15th question. Demonstrate adding conditional formatting to a table or matrix cell using expressions. Step 1. Select the cell that you want to apply conditional formatting to, then open the text box properties window. Step 2. Go to Fill, then choose Background Color, and select the option named Expression to apply logic-based formatting. Step 3. Write a VB.NET expression such as IIF, fields !sales.value is less than 0, red, transparent. This expression highlights the cell in red when sales are negative. Step 4. This method allows the report to change colors or styles dynamically based on data conditions, which improves readability. 16th question. How do you combine multiple datasets in a paginated report and link them using subreports? Create individual datasets for each data source, ensuring that each dataset is properly configured and tested. Add a subreport control to the main report and link it to the separate subreport that uses another dataset. Pass parameters between the main and subreport to ensure the subreport filters data correctly based on the main report's context. This approach is ideal when datasets cannot be joined directly or when different data sources must be shown in a single report. 17th question. How do you export a paginated report to Excel without losing formatting? Ensure that the tablix layout is aligned properly using consistent row and column sizes, avoiding merged cells whenever possible. Use simple borders and consistent text alignment, since Excel may misinterpret overly complex formatting. Avoid absolute positioning elements. Instead, rely on grid-based structures to maintain structural integrity during export. Test export frequently during development to ensure that the formatting appears correctly in Excel. 18th question. How can a paginated report refresh failure in Power BI service be systematically troubleshooted? The first step is to check the refresh history in the Power BI service to identify the exact error message and determine whether the issue is related to connectivity, credentials, or performance. It is important to validate that the data source credentials stored in Power BI service are correct, as expired or incorrect credentials are a common cause of failures. If the report depends on an on-premises gateway, verifying that the gateway is online, correctly mapped to the data source, and using compatible drivers is essential. The dataset queries should be reviewed for long execution times, inefficient joins, large data pulls, or query timeouts, which may cause the report to fail during refresh. In some cases, performance can be improved by applying query folding, limiting rows, or optimizing the underlying data model. 19th question. How can a paginated report be scheduled to automatically email report outputs to users? In the Power BI service, the scheduling process begins by navigating to the report's subscriptions section and selecting the option to create a new subscription. The subscription setup allows specifying the email recipients, the desired output format, such as PDF or Excel, and the frequency of the scheduled delivery. The email subject line and message body can be customized to clearly communicate the purpose and timing of the report to recipients. Once the subscription is saved, Power BI service automatically renders and emails the report at the configured intervals without requiring manual intervention. This scheduling capability ensures consistent delivery of updated content to stakeholders. 20th question. How can a chart series, labels, and titles be dynamically altered based on user-selected parameters? A report parameter can be created to allow users to choose the metric or field they want the chart to display, such as sales, profit, quantity, or margin. The chart's dataset can reference this parameter in its query or expression logic to dynamically modify the underlying calculation. Chart elements like titles, axis labels, and legends can use expressions that read the parameter value, ensuring that the chart adjusts its labeling dynamically. This approach enables a single chart to support multiple analytical perspectives without creating multiple separate visuals. As a result, user interaction becomes more flexible and the report layout remains streamlined. 21st question. How can a paginated report be designed so that different users view different data or layouts while using the same dataset? Row-level security, RLS, can be defined on the underlying Power BI dataset so that each user is automatically restricted to the data they are authorized to view. Expressions referencing user ID or related identity fields can be used to adjust visibility of specific report elements for certain users. Conditional visibility rules can be applied to show or hide sections such as regions, KPIs, or columns depending on the user's role or department. The combination of RLS and visibility expressions ensures personalized report views without maintaining multiple versions of the same report. This design approach allows centralized management and consistent security enforcement. 22nd question. What steps are involved in adding headers, footers, and page numbers in a paginated report? Step 1. Insert a header or a footer by using the Insert menu and selecting Header or Footer inside Report Builder. This adds a section that will appear on every page of the report. Step 2. Add custom elements such as images, logos, report titles, or text that depends on parameters. These elements make the report look professional and organized. Step 3. To add page numbers, insert a text box inside the header or footer and use the expression written in letters as follows: Global's exclamation page number and Global's exclamation total pages. This shows the current page number and the total number of pages. Step 4. Footers can include printed date, page details, or disclaimers. These additions help improve clarity and ensure that the report is suitable for printing and formal sharing. 23rd question. How can data from SQL Server, Excel, and SharePoint be integrated into a single paginated report? Separate datasets must be created for each source: SQL Server, Excel files, and SharePoint lists, to ensure each connection is properly configured and tested. When datasets share a common key but cannot be joined directly, functions like lookup, lookup set, or multi-lookup can be used to combine values during report rendering. For complex relationships, using subreports or placing data in separate tablix regions may be more efficient than forcing a unified dataset. This allows the report to present consolidated insights while maintaining independent connectivity and refresh logic for each source. The design remains flexible, scalable, and easier to maintain across different data origins. 24th question: how can dynamic sorting and grouping be implemented to allow users to control data organization in a paginated report? Parameters can be created to allow users to choose a sorting field, e.g., sort by, sales, region, date, or grouping field, e.g., group by, category, country. The tablix sort and group expressions can reference these parameters, enabling the report to reorder or regroup data during runtime. Dataset queries or expressions can be modified to honor these parameter choices without altering the overall report design. This dynamic behavior allows a single report to support multiple analytical views without duplicating report structures. As a result, users gain interactive control while the report remains efficient and maintainable. 25th question: how can a paginated report automatically highlight the top 5 and bottom 5 performers using expressions? Step 1. Apply ranking logic by using the rank function or by using ranking in your SQL query to calculate the performance position of each record. Step 2. Add conditional formatting to highlight the top 5 rows. Use an expression written in letters, for example, IIF open bracket rank open bracket fields exclamation metric dot value comma space dataset close bracket less than or equal to 5 comma space light green comma space transparent close bracket. Step 3. Use a similar expression to highlight the bottom 5 performers. In this case, rank the data in descending order and check whether the record falls in the last 5 positions. Step 4. Use color coding, such as green for top performers and red for lower performers, to make the report easier to read. Step 5. This method updates automatically whenever filters or parameters change, ensuring that the highlighting always reflects the latest data. Thank you for watching this session. If you have any questions, you are welcome to contact ZoomInData through our website, email, or phone. We're always here to support your learning journey. See you in the next video.